Off the beaten path with Ash here, and today we're going to make hammock whoopie slings out of 7/64 amsteel. Let's get into it. This is a whoopie sling. A whoopie sling is part of your hammock suspension, and the reason I like using them and a lot of other people like using them is they're very adjustable. It just lightens up the load a lot and it gives you very minute adjustability. And then also, you know, it's a very personalized thing, how you set your hammock up. The way a whoopie sling works is you have your tree hugger. This goes around the tree. And then you take your whoopie sling from the tree hugger to the gathered end of your hammock. And with the adjustability on the whoopie sling, you're able to get the smallest of adjustability. A whoopie sling is I believe they call it a UCR rope, utility constrictor rope. And basically how the utility constrictor knots work are how I guess I understand it is kind of like a Chinese finger cuff. When you're pulling on it, nothing will come free. But when you push it together and push it through, then it can be adjustable. Here's your adjustable end. You pull, you kind of actually push this side forward. You don't really pull that so much. On one end you have a fixed loop, and then that is connected with what's called a locked Brummel knot, and then a bury, B-U-R-Y. And then you have your adjustable end with a bead. Now the reason we put a bead on that, it won't pull through itself. So that bead's a stopper. And then on the very other end, we just have a nice clean knot where you bury it inside itself again. So if this sounds a little confusing, or you know, maybe you're a little new to this stuff, as I was just a few months ago, I'm going to explain it in the best way I can. I went to Amazon and purchased 100 feet of 7/64 amsteel blue, and I guess it came from the company Samson. 25 feet gives you just enough to make 2 6-foot whoopie slings. That's what I needed. So this is what I ended up with, and I really like it. It's just as good as Dutch Ware makes. It's very simple, and if you're here watching this, there's probably a chance that you want to know about how to make a whoopie sling. Let's make some whoopie slings. I'll show you how to make them. You're going to need to be able to make the whoopie slings are obviously some amsteel. Mine's amsteel blue from Samson. A very sharp pair of scissors. Something to be able to poke a hole through the center of the amsteel. This is, I think, like a knitting needle, or maybe for yarn. I'm not positive. I think I got it from a craft store. A Sharpie. If you don't have a very sharp pair of scissors, a sharp knife will work. A ruler, and then I have some picture frame hanging wire, and I doubled it in half to where it has an eye on the end, and then I just ran it down and then I hooked it at the end, and I'll show you why we do that in just a second. First thing you do is you take your 2 ends and you go down about 1 inch. That's my dog Orion in the background. Go down about 1 inch, and we'll try to fish out one of these strands. Now try not to get in the middle of it. The best way to do it is to kind of just push on it. Like I said, it's like some Chinese finger cuffs. And it's hollow in the middle. So push that together. Get you a strand there. If you push it all the way down, makes it a little easier. Pull one end out just like that. Go around the about, I don't know, third of the way. Grab another one. The key to this is trying to not unravel the rest of it down there if you can. And if you do, I don't think it really matters a whole lot, but if you can help it, try not to. Got a second strand, and then we're gonna pull out the third one. Now we got our 3 strands out, and the rest of it's kind of still together. That's what you want. Right, now that we got our 2 sides tapered, what we're going to do is take our Sharpie and make some measurements. We're going to go down, start at the very beginning here. We're going to measure down 5 inches and 11 inches and make a mark. So I like to go all the way around it, that way I don't miss it. A little easier. That's 5. And then 11. So we go through right through the center there. Open up our little eyelet. Go about halfway down our little deal there. Squeeze this together. Push it up. Once it's against it, it's like that. Now you just, if you need a little bigger of a hole, you can kind of press that side together again, and you just kind of pull it through. Once you've got your short end pulled through your 11-inch mark, then you open up your 5-inch mark. Take your fishing tool, and you're going to take your other end of the whoopie sling all the way down here, and you're going to put it through your eye. Squeeze it together. Push it up there through there, and you're going to pull it through. And then once you get them there, do that right there, you're going to pull them together. Now, once you're to this point here, you're going to get your end. What we're going to do is we're going to take this and put it down the center of this. The way we do that is find where the end of this is, measures up to this side, go down about 1 inch. From there, open it up just like that. And instead of going all the way through like we were with our fishing tool before, we're going to go up through the center of this. So if you just kind of press it together as you're going and kind of work it up in there, it'll go. You don't got to really have any specialized tools for this or anything. There's no sense in buying snap-on tools if you're going to do a Harbor Freight job, you know. What we want to do is we want to get as close to up in here as we can and bring this eye out. That out. Now open it back up. And I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing. I'm going to take my little eye there, feed that piece through. I'll fish this back down in here. Now, Best way to do this is to push this part up on it. Pulling it is just going to do nothing basically. And holding it right here, kind of pinching it, you just kind of massage this down. And this is called what they call milking it. So this is called milking your berry. If you ever hear someone talk about milking your berry, this is what they're talking about. So this is a fixed eye with a lock brummel and a berry. So what you do now is you find the end of where that piece was buried inside of here and kind of hold your finger there, and then you make a mark at 3 inches from there. 3 inches. Take your mark where you just marked it, and I make a mark at 11 inches because I'm going to have an 11-inch berry. 11-inch berry is going to be strong enough to hold the weight of any person. Take the very end where it's tapered and place my bead on there. Like I said, this is basically just something to stop the whoopie sling from pulling it inside itself. The fixed end here that I have here, that side where I made the 3-inch mark, I'm going to fish my tool up through the center here. And fishing that up through there, all the way up to my 11-inch mark. And right where I made that 11-inch mark is where I'm going to come out. I'm going to open it up again. I'm going to take my tapered end, fold it over, close the eye again, that's pinching it, just pull it through. Pull my fishing tool off there. Alright, so now we got to this point, we've pretty much finished our whoopie sling. So the only thing we've got left to do is we've got this ugly end. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to fold it down, and we're going to bury it right here. And that's going to be fat on this side, and it's going to keep it from pulling into that. So it's going to clean it up, and it's going to be a stopper as well. We're going to go down about 1 inch from it. We're going to open it up right there, and then we're going to just continue to just open up the whole thing all the way down. That's going to help us in a second. Take our fishing tool. We're going to go in there, and we are going to go all the way down. We're going to come out that side. We're going to do the same thing that we've been doing. So there you have it. I got a set of whoopie slings to go with my Dutchware whoopie slings. Let me know in the comments if there's a better way to do it or if there's a better suspension system that you like. Subscribe, like if you thought it was okay. But I think I did it right and I was able to save some money. And not only that, I've got 75 feet left of amsteel for soft shackles, adjustable ridge line, other stuff like that. I can get better, but together we can get better. See ya.